You are now listening to Unrelenting Humans podcast.
I am a singer, a writer, an actor. I'm also a coach, athletic coach, and I am from Maryland, living in California now with my 3 children. And I've been here about 2 years, getting familiar with the entertainment world here. Very different from Maryland. I miss home a lot because, I spent most of my life there. And I was a scholarship athlete at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, where I graduated with a little one in tow. And yeah, she's now a opera student at one of the performing arts schools out here. And yeah, we're just living life, enjoying.
Nice. So, what moved you to Cali?
I had just gone through a divorce, and everything in Maryland, everywhere I went, every breath I took, it reminded me of our marriage. And I needed something vastly different, a big change, because a third of my life was that marriage, that 10-year marriage. And so I just, I knew I wanted to continue to pursue acting. I had just joined the Screen Actors Guild, and I was just like, Maryland is not ideal if I want to really do this. So I was like, I'm going to move to Atlanta. But circumstances kept arising that pushed me towards California. People, saying small things. I was in a grocery store. Someone said, do you know the Callie Christie Barbie doll? You look like her. Or I was doing a stage show, and there were people in the VIP like, hey, you should be in California. This is not where you belong. Why are you here? And it just kept coming back, California, California, California. So it's like, you know what? I'm not getting any younger. Let me just do something drastic. And it's
That was courageous. I can't imagine moving all the way across the country just on a whim.
it was definitely not what I planned. And I moved here in 2018, but in 2017 I spent a month here in August just to feel it out. One of my former bandmates lives in North Hollywood, and I stayed there for a month, and I did some small roles for that during that month. I got booked like every week, and it was really strange because in Maryland I didn't even get booked every week. So it felt like to be, and I had a small support system here. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do it.
That's awesome. Are you happy that you did it? Obviously.
Happy that I did it. It's one of the best decisions I've made. So yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
So tell me a little bit more about your college life with your baby in tow.
Wow, college life. Freshman year was very different. It was crazy. It was something I hadn't experienced in my life. So I came from being a 4.13 GPA student, AP classes, super nerd, to college where I learned about parties and different crazy things. And my GPA was a 2.80 something first semester, and I was excited. So after I had my daughter's sophomore year, literally I never got a B after that. It was all A's. And I was so focused. But the challenge was getting back to running and retaining my scholarship money. And that stress and that challenge is what kind of led to a lot of my injuries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So other than having the baby, what other injuries did you sustain?
So I literally, the first wrong move I made was to start training 2 weeks postpartum. And this was, I was only jogging lightly, but I was so paranoid that I was going to lose my scholarship money. And then what my grandmother predicted becoming true, was she was like, you can't just go back to college. You can't just, run track. That's not going to happen because now you're a mom. And I was terrified. There was so much terror. I was like, I have to just start training as soon as I can. And I'm out. It's snow on the ground. Literally, a cesarean incision is very dangerous in itself. But to be slippery and jogging, it was just ridiculous.
Wow. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so I had a C-section with my daughter, and I was told not to do anything for at least 8 weeks. So you're saying that in 2 weeks, you were out there
and it's
jogging?
Yeah. And I was staying with my daughter's father's aunt at that time, and she was in District Heights in Maryland, and our school was on the Eastern Shore. So we were getting ready to go back to school for the semester. Like, literally, I missed maybe 2.5 weeks out of school, and I went straight back. But I knew that if I didn't do that, I wasn't gonna make it out of college. So when I started training, it was with the idea in mind that I needed to get my scholarship. That's all I was thinking about, not my health. And I didn't have anyone who was telling me anything about pregnancy or motherhood or health. And I didn't know how dangerous it really was, like that the incision could open or anything could have happened.